in Italy say that Juventus have rejected an £85 million offer.
And then Ronaldo! Balotelli, Aguero!
Join us 6:05 p.m. every Monday on Women Radio 91.7 for comprehensive analysis and coverage of local, national and international sporting events on Sports Radio. Join our experienced sports journalists and experts on Sports Radio 6:05 p.m. every Monday on Women Radio 91.7 for everything sports. Yeah!
It's another exciting edition of the sports show right here on WFM 91.7. And guess what? The AFCON is beginning to take shape across the continent. Already, we have 3 nations that have booked their places in the next round, but there is still plenty on the line as the final group games continue today and tomorrow. The big question remains who will join the defending champions, Ivory Coast, alongside Egypt and Nigeria, who seed qualification after the 3-2 victory against Tunisia in the knockout stage. It's the sports show today and the final one of the year. So we are closing out in style. I am Oluwa Dabilola Olale, and with me in the studio are the engineer sportscaster. He has changed his name to corporate sport talker. I don't know why, but then he has to explain himself. Oluwa Ferami Jeremiah, and all the way from London, Sam. Stay tuned, stay still, and let's enjoy the good times together. Hi, Sam. Sam, can you hear me? Sam, can you hear me? All right, let's do a quick recap before Sam gets in on the show. In Group A, host Morocco have handled the expectation well and topped the group on 4 points. They are still unbeaten. The first game, they had 3 points. The second game, they drew against Mali and they are not home free. It doesn't mean that because they are at home in Morocco, it means that they will get the white card for the next round because, before the tournament began, they had the white card for qualification. So they are going to play the final game of the group for a place in the next round. Mali and Zambia, meanwhile, are locked together on 2 points each after the opening loss, while Comoros still in contention. We will be hoping to get themselves back into the game after back-to-back loss. And Monday night brings 2 games that could turn the group upside down. That is in Group A. Morocco will face Zambia, who are willing to show that they are ready to dig deep and get into the next round, while Mali cannot afford a sleep against Comoros. Comoros are looking to repeat another masterpiece back in 1961 in a match that may become a straight shootout for progression. The question still remains: Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire are into the next round. Egypt were the first nation to seal the next round into round 16. Who else will join them? Meanwhile, the tension rises again on Tuesday as Nigeria, we have already qualified from Group C. Congratulations after missing the World Cup back-to-back. We take on Uganda, and it is expected that Eritrea will have a massive rotation for some of the players that are yet to make their debut. Players like Ryan Alebioshu and also Francis Uzoro is expected to make their debut right now because we have seen the complaint for Stanley Nwabali, who has been playing. He has played the 2 games with injury, and that leaves Tunisia on 3 points, aiming to do the job against Tanzania, with Tanzania and Uganda still capable of snatching a place through a strong finish. There is no margin for complacency. Hi, Sam.
Hello.
Sam, you there?
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sam. All right, go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, so AFCON has been great. We've seen loads of goals, and it'll be very exciting to see who else joins the 3 teams in securing their places in the round of 16. So, and what's been great about the competition so far is that teams that you wouldn't expect to, progress are actually performing, and they are making a name for themselves. So it's very exciting, and we can't wait to see who secures their place.
Sam, what is the assessment of Nigeria? They have defied the odds, 2 wins on a bounce.
They've got the job done, which is great. 2 wins from 2. My only complaint is the performance doesn't always reflect on the results. So the way they perform, it doesn't always reflect on the result. Like, for example, in their first game against I think it was Tanzania. They were quite slow in their build-up. So I think going forward, they need to be a lot faster, because when I'm watching other teams, they are a lot faster in their build-up from defense to the midfield to the attack. The transition is very quick, whereas Nigeria are often very slow. They always try to wait until something happens before they react. They never react first, So that's something that they need to improve on. But overall, 2 wins from 2, 6 points, and they've got their place in the round of 16, which is great to see.
Thanks. Before we go to the local scene, I want us to look at the NPFL. But before we do that, we have 2 games going on consecutively, 53 minutes each. Angola against Egypt. We should not forget that Egypt are the very first nation to book their place in the round of 16, and I'm sure that will be a very big blow to Jamie Carragher, who is a sworn enemy of Mohamed Salah, and we have seen how pivotal Mohamed Salah has been for Egypt in this tournament. He was one that scored the goal for the advancement into the next round. Now they are against Angola, 54 minutes, goalless draw, and then Zimbabwe against South Africa. South Africa needs to get the job done for a place in the next round, and they are ahead by 2-0, and the game is still in the 53rd minute. We are looking at Comoros, Mali later in the evening, and also Zambia against host Morocco. Egypt, have they defied the odds, Sam? Considering how far, I think you mentioned at some point when we were talking about some of the national teams that have chances in this AFCON, and I remember you mentioned Egypt, and I was like, Egypt don't really have the squad in terms of depth. The only person that I know that they have, let's say the 2 people that I know, 2 players that I know that they have that can actually make that kind of influence for them is Mamouche of Manchester City and Liverpool's talisman, that is Mohamed Salah. And I'm sure that they have exceeded expectation. What is the assessment of Egypt? They look like a silent underdog.
I mean, Egypt have done well. Honestly, I think coming into the camp from an Egyptian point of view is to help Mo Salah win a major trophy with his country. I think that's the framework of how they're approaching this competition, because you have to put into a fact, it's like when it comes to Egyptian football and who they look up to in the Egyptian world, they look at Mo Salah. It's like Mo Salah is the number 1 guy, and Egypt are the most successful nation, the most successful country in African football, especially in this AFCON competition. They've won it, I believe, 8 times. However, they have not won it since Mo Salah made his international debut in 2011. The last time Egypt won the African Cup of Nations was in 2010. So obviously over the last 10 years, Egypt haven't been great when it comes to the African Cup of Nations. So I think primarily they're just saying, this is probably Mo Salah's last time that he will, wear or play in the African Cup of Nations for our country. Let's try and win it for him. And I think that's what will be going on in his mind as well, because he's not getting any older. I think he's 32, 33, something like that. So he wants to get a trophy with his national
33
team.
years old, and if I'm not, I don't want to project, but then this should kind of be his last AFCON with Egypt, because we have the selection that we are going to be having the AFCON every 4 years now. So I think this should be his final year. But hopefully, these players tend to have a kind of long career with the national teams more than they have a long career with the club. Only exceptional players tend to stay at the club for around 37, 38. And I don't see Salah staying at Liverpool beyond December. But for Egypt, I'm sure that if he still plays at the high level, even if he goes to the MLS, to Saudi Arabia, or to any other lower side, he's still going to be called upon if he's deemed fit for Egypt. Sam, what do you think?
No, I agree with you there, because I agree with you there. Sorry, but it takes around 10 years, to have a progressive football career. That's in general. Like you will spend average 10 years playing football. Unless you keep super fit, super healthy, you can go and play football for what 15 years. If you're lucky, some will be playing into their 40s. But I think like coming back to the Mo Salah one, like you said, I can't see him staying at Liverpool for the next 2-3 years. By that time, he'll be into his mid-30s.
We'll see him beyond the summer. After the summer, I think he's gone.
Yeah. So Mo Salah is more likely to stay beyond with his Egyptian colleagues, because maybe he wants to like put them on the map or get some more trophies. And it'll be interesting to see what he does. But with AFCON, like their mind is to say, let's help Mo Salah win, the Africa Cup of Nations, with him, and like bring glory back to Egypt. So that's my view there.
The phone lines are open. 07000 917 917 07000 917 917, and also the text to the WhatsApp line 081 55 917 917. Let's quickly look at the round 19 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. Ikorodu City continued their resurgence and also for a place in the continental football with a navid 1-0 victory against Remo Stars yesterday at the Onikon Stadium. It was a night game. Bayelsa United were defeated at home by El Kanemi Warriors by Longo, and Eyimba, who are expected to officially announce the arrival of Deji Ayeni, recorded a 3-0 victory against Shooting Stars. Kun Khalifa, one of the clubs that we are looking at that will go relegation, but then it is too early to say. Bottom of the log, Katsina United nicked a 1-0 victory against Kun Khalifa, newly promoted side, at their home ground. And also Niger Tornadoes recorded a 2-0 victory against another newly promoted side, Barua FC, while Plateau United and Abia Warriors Imam Amakpakabo was able to stage a 1-0 victory against Plateau United. And Rivers United, where Fidelis where Philly George is the head coach, worked on a very good result after the loss against Barua 4-2 defeat. Were able to record a 1-0 victory against Rangers International. Rangers International, Fidelis Ilechukwu, the manager, is currently on AFCON duty with the Super Eagles of Nigeria in Morocco, while Warri Wolves against Wiki Tourists, it was a 4-goal thriller, 2-2 draw. Kano Pillars against Nasarawa United, 3-0. Kano Pillars were able to record 3 points and 3 goals. Bender Insurance continues their resurgence, 2-0 victory against Kara United. That is all for the round 19 of the game, and this table still remains the same. While we have the bottom 4, we have Kun Khalifa, bottom of the log, and we also have Barat starting to come up, but then it's a good one for them. One thing that is just so worrying is how Kun Khalifa amidst their financial struggles, amid bankruptcy, how they are going to be able to survive. That is all that we have for the local scene. Game still continues at the weekend, and we should not forget that the National Women Football League also continues. The Nigeria Women Football League continues next week, the first week of January. All games will be back. Across the various centers, both in Group A and both in Group B. Let's go back to the AFCON, and with me here we have Jeremiah. Jeremiah, I said Egypt has defied us before your arrival. What are their chances in this current AFCON?
Thank you very much. Because I think nobody has any chance right now, because they are not even in the last 8, not to talk of the last 4. So anything can still happen. And if you look at it, the last AFCON, they go to the round of 16 before they were eliminated. In the last AFCON, before they were eliminated in the last AFCON. So it's something that we can't say right now. But just like what Sam had said earlier, that the players are looking at how they can get this for Mohamed Salah. Right. And if we're not mistaken, this might likely seems to be like Mohamed Salah maybe last AFCON. Looking at the trajectory and the way the thing is, maybe this last AFCON and by next year is last World Cup for the Pharaohs. you know, and that. But aside from Egypt, if you look at them too, they also struggled. You know, they struggled as well to get to defeat South Africa in their second game.
It was a penalty that Mo Salah scored.
Mo Salah scored.
Yeah.
And it's so painful that it's coming from one of the best right back in Africa, the South African player who considered that penalty. So I think we can't say right now, because if you are to look at in terms of performances, you can say that the likes of Morocco, the likes of Nigeria actually have shown decent.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Decent performances so far, just like what Sam said.
Compared to
Yeah.
Egypt at the moment.
The game is actually taking shape. We have 3 national teams in the next round 16. We have Nigeria after the 3-2 victory against Tunisia. And I want us to talk about that. I want us to talk about that performance, because so many people called for the head of Stanley Nwabali, and I was not able to see the game. And we should not forget the phone line still open. It's 07000 917. We want to hear your opinion. We want you to get involved in this discussion. It is AFCON, and Nigeria are looking at redeeming themselves with an AFCON trophy, the 4th AFCON trophy after back-to-back World Cup miss. So let's go back to the game against Tunisia.
They've concluded.
Yeah, let's go. I think we are even going to come to that, because I know that some of Nigerians still have hope that that Congo will concede their World Cup place for us. But then before we go to that aspect, I want us to talk about the performances. What exactly is going on with Stanley Nwabali? For me, a player that has been playing through injury, we were 3-0 up against Tunisia, and we know how crucial that game is for us. 3-0 up, and then we conceded 2 goals at the closing minutes of the game. What exactly is wrong with our defense line? Are we missing Ekong? Are we missing Benjamin Frederick? Or is it all totally Stanley Nwabali?
Well, was Ekong not in the team?
That's what I'm asking you. That's what I'm asking you. That is it about Stanley Nwabali right now not being fit? Because I read one of his pressers where he said he's a man and he can't complain. He's going to give his all to the nation. That he is playing through injury.
He should keep quiet.
Okay.
When someone is Maduka Okoye that did not come now.
Because Maduka Okoye had a 2-month betting ban, and he had to stay put for a player that was just coming from ban, and then you had the trust of your manager to make you as a first choice goalkeeper. I think the best thing to do is just to repay that trust instead of you going to the AFCON to be a second fiddle, because you will not. Yes.
What do you mean by second?
Because
it's going to be like a 4th fiddle.
Exactly, he's not going to play. So I think
I believe Francis Ujol should be behind the stick in the Nigerian
for the game against Uganda, and that is what we are expecting.
It should not be worse now. It cannot be worse for Ujol to concede 10 goals.
Sam, what exactly do you feel is wrong with Stanley Nwabali? Do you think is a long-time solution? Because I think I was privileged to see Kali Keme in goal for us while he was still at the Wolves, and I was privileged to also see Enyama against Argentina. Do you think Stanley Nwabali has what it takes to be a long-time solution for us at that goalkeeping department? Let's hear from you very much, Sam.
Stanley Nwabali, I think, no disrespect to him, he's a decent goalkeeper, but in terms of long-term, I personally don't think he is that guy, the goalkeeper for long-term, mainly because he's made a few mistakes, but the injury, if you're carrying injury like that and you're saying, I'm fit, but you're evidently on the pitch, you're sitting on the pitch and you're having problem with whether it's your leg or your knee or whatever, you should take the time to, be fit, because I would rather, as a manager, you be 100% fit and we lose, or, you're carrying injury and you mess up the game. Do you get what I mean? So maybe in the final game against Uganda, I would like to see him rested, maybe give a chance for their next goalkeeper to come in and play the game.
Okay.
So he can be rested.
I think this thing is also like a deceit. You are telling us that
a deceit, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you mean by you have an injury? You are playing with injury.
But he was operated on before he was split.
That's his own personal issue.
Okay.
Because now, for example, you are being called to work, and what you said is, I have an injury. But the moment you agreed to come around, that means you don't have a problem. Don't come and
So you
don't
should
come
be
and
at your
blackmail
best.
us. Don't come and give us that emotional blackmail. That, oh, I'm human. No.
Kind of gaslighting us
Yes,
to
we know.
sympathize with him.
We
Right.
thought you're a robot.
Okay. I want us
And you
to
don't
talk
use
about
them.
this before we go for the commercial break. There is a link between Anthony Semenyo and Manchester City. For me, I'm kind of skeptical about that move because Manchester City, Anthony Semenyo is the main guy at Bournemouth, and now Manchester City are calling for him. And there are reports, according to Daily Mail UK Sports, that his representative and also that of Manchester City are going to meet for a probable January winter move. Jeremiah, I am scared.
I thought it was Arsenal or Chelsea that wanted to beat.
I am scared for Anthony Semenyo.
Why are you scared for him?
I just feel like this isn't the right time for him to move. Yes, a January move, I don't think is the best. He should just.
Ferran Torres move, January move.
That's,
Whooping
and I am.
record signing,
I'm
50
saying
million.
it doesn't matter. Me, I am
You've seen
saying.
January moves now.
I'm not saying that. Of course, that is why there is a
Even
direct
Cristiano Ronaldo did January moves.
I am saying.
to Saudi.
I am saying he should finish the season
He should
with.
not finish season. No.
Anthony
If one
Semenyo.
player outshine him, go.
Okay,
He
Sam,
should go.
Sam, what is your take? Another African player making the jump in the winter to Manchester City.
Yes, if you say so. Okay. If you say
I'll tell you. I mean, first of all, January is not the best time to be moving. That's it. January is not the best time to be moving because it can take you time to like adjust into the team, into a new team. Of maybe you're playing in the same league, but playing at Bournemouth is different from playing at Manchester City. And to play for a guy like Pep Guardiola, you need to be tactically aware. You know, you need to be able to like read the game really properly. And for Anton Semenyo, I think for him, bearing in mind, Anton Semenyo actually signed a new contract in July. So this is like 4 months ago. He signed a new contract which would have taken him to like 2031 or something like that. So, and that release clause, £65 million, once they say yes, it's down to the player. But if I'm Anton Semenyo, I would personally, it's down to his, like, what he wants to do with his career. I think there was talk about him saying that he wants to win the best trophies. So it's nice to hear that he's not all about the money. But personally, maybe finish the season with Bournemouth first and then try and move into the summer. If that doesn't work, then obviously it's down to him. But if I was Anton Semenyo, I would finish the season with Bournemouth first and then try and orchestrate a move to Manchester City in the summer.
Yeah, in addition to what Sam said, I think moving at the end of the season, I think gives you a kind of a bigger value. You'll be able to
Play
make
next season,
you'll be able to look into that club very well. Because most of the time I think January transfer is like market that you buy behind closed doors.
Exactly. Maybe
You don't really-
injuries.
You can't even see this. It's like the marriage that was done in the dark, and in the daylight you now saw your bride say just like Jacob like.
Are you sure I married
Are
you?
you sure I married this guy? Are you sure I married this guy? Oh, somebody else. So I think that's the way January, and I don't think if you look at the statistics, January transfers have not been
Successful. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm trying to.
Only for exception for players like Ronaldo.
Yeah, Ronaldo is not human being now. No. But I'm trying to play through my head. I think did Arsenal made even Arsenal did not. I think I was trying to look at my because
I think
Arsenal
it's very very rare for Arsenal
it's
to
very
make
rare.
January window.
Even it's very rare.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at any player that really made it in the January transfer window that was bought from the January transfer window. And I think even that was one thing that helped Osimhen too as well. Because assuming he had succumbed to coming to Chelsea in January.
Nah, you will have suffered.
He would just be like Sterling collecting salary.
To even I think that's one of the discussions that we are going to paint for the new year. But before we are going to go for the commercial break. When we return from the commercial break, we are going to start from the local scene. We are going to look at the first four of the MPFL table and also the last four of the MPFL table. Quickly, let's have our commercial break.
Women Radio 91.7, breaking the culture of silence.
Nigeria, a nation of many languages and many tribes. We will stand together, live together, and grow together. United we stand, united we thrive. This message is brought to you by Women Radio WFM 91.7 FM.
December, don't show face, oh. Time to run your vibe checklist.
Party playlist? Check. Outfits for Owambe? Check. Tickets for Dirty December concerts? Big check. First mobile app ready for vibes? Double check.
From checkout to chill out, First Bank's got you covered. Fast transfers, easy payments, zero wahala.
Don't miss a single vibe. Download the First mobile or lit app today on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
You first. First Bank.
Season's greetings. My name is Nnamdi Mofia, MD Erisco Foods. The festivities are already in the air, and we especially thank you for your patronage of Erisco products. The only tomato brand to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the federal government of Nigeria. With our proud Nigerian products and services, we have continued to create thousands of jobs for the good life of our people and the growth of our economy. Thank you all, our esteemed customers and distributors and partners, for your support year in, year out. Yes, the taste of Nigeria is the taste of celebration, the taste of goodwill, and good cooking. We care for your good health and long life. So cook right and eat healthy to live longer. Always buy Erisco products. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, Diola.
I just want to say that I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Hello, Daddy. I just want to say again that I love you and I like that we look alike. Hello, Auntie.
Hi, Diola.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How's family? I hope everyone is good. My regards to everyone.
I will, my dear.
Whoa. Diola, this is the third time you're calling me. How much airtime do you need?
Airtime care? When I have Glow Talk Master, I'm basically getting 6 minutes free talk time for every 6 minutes call I make every day, plus 50 MB data bonus. And for new customers like me, I get additional 25 minutes talk time and 1 GB data welcome bonus. That's why I only make calls with my Glow line now.
Enjoy free 6 minutes plus 50 MB data on every 6 minutes call you make in a day on Glow Talk Master, and enjoy a one-time 2,000 Naira welcome bonus. That's a 25 minutes talk time and 1 GB worth of data. Get your Glow line and dial *606# to enjoy. Terms and conditions apply.
Glow Unlimited.
Otu ụmụnwaanyị igwe mgbasa ozi Women Radio Membership n'olu bekee na-ejikọ gị na ụmụnwaanyị azụmahịa ndị ọzọ, ndị ọchụnta ego, ụmụ akwụkwọ, ndị nlekwa ezinụlọ, ndị ọrụ ugbo na ndị ezumike nka dị na steeti 36 nke Naịjirịa. Dịka onye otu ụmụnwaanyị igwe mgbasa ozi, azụmahịa gị bụ nke a ga-akwalitere gị n'efu n'igwe mgbasa ozi ụmụnwaanyị. Ị ga-enwetakwazi ihe nrite ihe ọma ndị dị ịtụnanya dị iche iche, ma nwetakwazi ohere ịnọ ma sonyere ihe omume anyị gasị. Tinye Women Radio app n'ekwentị gị taa, iwe nụrụ ọnụ gị n'igwe mgbasa ozi. Debanye aha n'efu na wfm917.com ma gbaa mbọ hụ na ị na-esonyere otu jikọtara ụmụnwaanyị igwe mgbasa ozi nke ọwara nzikọrịta ozi Facebook. Ọ bụ otu Mark Arthur Foundation and Nigeria Media Innovation Program NAMIP na-ahịta ha na-akwado otu abụ Women Radio Membership.
Useless child from a poverty-ridden generation. You can't do anything properly. Lazy girl. No food for you again today. You better do it well before I beat the hell out of you.
This is child maltreatment. Denying a child education, overworking them, or treating them like property is child abuse, and it is violation of Child Act right, which is punishable by law. If you see something, say something. You can speak up today by calling the Checheyara helpline 0800 800 801. No airtime, no problem. It is free. They will know that I am the one that reported. No worries. It is confidential. Call anytime. It's 24/7. You can also download the TalkAm app or visit www.talkam.app. Every child deserves care. You can help change a child's story today. This message is brought to you by Checheyara Child Advocacy Center, proudly sponsored by Freedom Fund and funded by gift of the United States government.
Political arena.
This is the time for us to know those who have put Nigeria in this condition.
To a large extent, religious institutions in Nigeria have failed in enforcing the law, in ensuring that members are safe.
Over 180 million people, one country, one capital, 26 states, 469 national assembly seats, 774 local government areas. This is Nigeria.
You should stop doing this play game. It's not really fighting corruption, it's fighting opponents, it's fighting those who are
One game in the past.
How well do you know the political terrain of Nigeria? Today, there is no such thing as keeping out of politics. All issues are political games, and we are the players.
Political Arena. Wednesdays, 11:30 a.m.
On Women Radio,
On WFM 91.7.
Political Arena. Politicking at all levels.
Driving through traffic? Bored at home? Or maybe you're having a bad day. Ease your mind with great music, entertainment, and lots of laughter on the Evening Experience every weekday from 4 to 9 p.m. on WFM 91.7, the voice of women.
Women Radio 91.7, amplifying women's voices every hour, every day.
All right, let's quickly look at the standings for the MPFL before we go into properly into the Anthony Semenyo's case and also into the probation for the Dr. Congo game against Nigeria. Top of the log, we have Rivers United on 37 points. Goal difference with 6 goal difference. They have won 10 games and lost 7, drew 2. Abia Warriors follow suit, 33 points. Second, Ikorodu City, 32. Ikorodu City are pushing for a continental spot, which looks very, very realistic after the 1 victory against defending champions Remo Stars. Nasarawa United were top of the league at some point, and now they are dropped to the 4th position on 32 points. Niger Tornadoes 5th, Rangers International 6th, Shooting 7th, Eyimba on 26.8, Bender Insurance 26, Katsina United 26 on 10, Economy 25th on 11 position, Kwara United 24.12, Warri Wolves, we have them on 24 points, 13th of the log, Wiki Toys 23 points, 14th on the log, Bayelsa United 23, 15th on the log. And we have the defending champions, Remo Stars, 22 points after. I don't even know what to say after 19 games.
Dami, I actually want to say something about this Remo
and
Stars.
they are 16th on the log. Barra FC, Jeremiah, please excuse me. Let me finish the standings because I want to laugh at some people, but then let us finish the standings. Barra FC, 21 points, 17th on the red zone. Kano Pillars, 19th red zone. Plateau United, do not forget, Sporting Lagos manager, Adeoju, if I'm very right, no, Adeogun led Sporting Lagos to Plateau United, and they are second to the last Tukun Khalifa, who wrote bottom of the log. Yes,
You're going to miss Sporting Lagos.
18 points. So we have 4 teams, bottom, Barra, Kano Pillars, Plateau, and Kun Khalifa. I said to somebody, I think it was to Olamide Abe, I said, Olamide Abe, the only thing Remo Stars will be able to do this thing is they should just avoid relegation. They should forget about continental football. They should also forget about defending their crown. And one thing that I've also not actually played in their favor was the international engagement for head coach Daniel Ogumodede. And also the same applies to Rangers International. But Rangers International assist on the log. So what exactly is actually, there was a time that we heard rumors that Daniel Ogumodede was going to leave Remo Stars, and then Igafa came to Twitter. He said, hey, I'm committed, I'm this and that. And also the club also released an official statement that our Agafa is with us. What is going on with Remo Stars?
I think firstly, playing away from home is one big issue that they are trying to struggle with.
Even at home, they have been beaten at home.
And that's why they are playing away from home.
Better Insurance, this person also beating them. Rangers, Abia Warriors. Like it's been tough.
Things have been.
It's been tough.
And you know that if you remember that Ogumodede has not even been with them for a while.
At all.
You know, he has been from one coaching program to joining the Super Eagles. You know, that's another big issue. And I think the investments too. They got some new players this year, and I don't think that investment went the way. It went the Chelsea way for them. So I think that those are the issues they are facing. I think unlike Rangers, I think Rangers are used to it, and
even at Fidelis Ilechukwu's absence, they are sit on the log.
They are still, they've been used. You know, last season that thing shook them a bit, and I think they've adjusted. They already know that they have a coach that is not stable with them. He can be here and there anytime, any day. So I think that's just the basic thing. But in Colorado City, really, they are really pushing strings. Looking at the fact that even when Nuruddin Aweruru left, and you're thinking that they are going to find it very difficult to settle into the league. But I've seen that they've been making giant steps. Giant steps, and I think these are the kind of giant steps that Arsenal needs to learn. Okay. Yeah.
So we have currently trending Anthony Joshua's car crash, and 2 died, but the boxer is believed to have been injured slightly, but very, very much alive.
The boxer that somebody is saying that he should come back, that he wants to fight. There's this story about the guy that wants to fight him again. And
it happened right here at Ogun State. While he was on his way, he has been in Nigeria after the fight against Jake Paul, that he broke the YouTuber's jaw, and now back to Nigeria to enjoy some time with his family in Shagamu.
Enjoy his money.
And then 2 other internationals that were with him confirmed dead on the spot. Yes, he was not just the only one in the SUV. The SUV was totally condemned.
Today?
Yeah, today. It happened today.
As a matter of fact, in Shagama, I was meant to be there today.
It happened.
My
today.
uncle is even presently at Shagama.
It happened today. 2-time heavyweight champion was injured, and 2 foreign nationals that were with him in the car died on the spot. Officials have confirmed. And if you look at, I'm looking at the image of the accident. The car was totally condemned. But it's a good one that the boxer and the Olympian is alive. But then rest in peace to the 2 internationals with him. And we pray that fortitude for the families of the lost souls.
I think December has just been a lot. I think it's been a serious one because a lot of death stories has been recorded.
Yeah.
Not only in sports now. Across all board. I was here yesterday. I got to know, it was so shocking yesterday evening. I got to know that a very popular broadcaster in Oyo State, sports broadcaster, Mr. Kola Aladapo, Mr. Nice Guy. They call him Nice Guy.
He's a veteran of the game.
Yes. I got to know. I think most of my style of broadcasting, I learned it from him. And that's I'm talking about some 12. Some 13, 14, 15 years ago. I heard that story and I was shocked. Is this how people just die? Not to talk of Ademola, the Nigerian actress that passed on Saturday.
So rest in peace.
No,
rest in peace.
It's been a lot. Media, so rest in peace.
Yes. I want to applaud Liverpool over the course of the weekend for the gesture towards Jota and his family, having his 2 sons coming as the mascot for the game against Wolves. And it was actually a close game because I think Wolves, Jota played for Wolves. So it was more like Liverpool. He played for Liverpool. No, he made the move from Wolves to Liverpool.
Well, yes, that's
so it was more like battle of the brotherhood. So the respect, and also the wife, Jota's wife, coming in to applaud Liverpool and also Wolves. Very, very good questions. This award, the game is all about. It is not just about the contention or the pitch of play. And good one to them. And also we will go to the games. I think EPL AFCON has overshadowed EPL.
No, it's because we're in Nigeria.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's because we're in Nigeria. Sam lives in the UK.
Okay. Sam, I'm saying the EPL has been lower in terms of the audience it gets compared to AFCON. Am I right?
Stadium was filled up.
Am I right, Sam?
It depends on the audience. I mean, the EPL will be the EPL, but when AFCON comes around, I think there's some sort of like a standstill, because AFCON is AFCON, and as much as they try to step out from the crowd, when AFCON comes around, there's like this big hype, this big audience that everyone must tune in, whoever you are. Whether you're from Europe or from Asia or from anywhere, like when AFCON comes around as a continental competition, like you must sit and watch it because it's very unique, very different, especially from European competitions and other international competitions. But the EPL is still going on, but I think it just delivers a different kind of audience, But yeah, that's my view on it.
This thing you talked about, Cameroon and Ivory Coast played on was it on Friday evening? The same, I think. Yeah, no, was it Friday? No, it was yesterday. It was yesterday. Okay, it was yesterday. So Manchester United played on Friday evening, and if you look at the stadium, so filled up. The same time this other country was playing, was it Mali or this country? Mali and Morocco were playing too at that same time. The stadium was filled to the brim. But I think when it comes to AFCON, they have different perspective and concentration. So people watch AFCON to see their favorite European stars, like EPL club stars, how they are faring. Some watch AFCON to know, okay, World Cup is coming next year. What kind of country, African countries, can we really maybe look and be interested in supporting? So a lot of aspects to this AFCON thing. Even as a Nigerian, you will be surprised that few people, and I think AFCON this year has not really got things right in terms of the TV right, because you unlike the last edition where you can watch it through multiple streams, this year has been so airtight. You hardly you can't really watch it like at a go. You have to get a specific channel on a specific cable to watch it. I think I was just one of my uncle, he wanted to watch it, and because he was coming from the US, he couldn't watch it. He couldn't get an access to watch it even from his own subscribed cable from America, because it was like I don't know this year.
He doesn't know where
I don't know.
watch
Yes, unlike the Ivory Coast competition where Sporty TV, don't let me even give names now. A lot of media multiple stream
outlets,
yes, really gave room to stream that game. I think this time it's just the Morocco thing and the Morocco thing alone.
I just want to highlight something.
All right, Sam. Sam,
sorry,
quickly,
before we move.
I want you to let's talk about Unai Emery and how far this man has been doing.
How did that guy get to that point?
Underrated, like
That's
very underrated.
that's like juju.
At Aston Villa. Sam, I want you to give me a debrief of Unai Emery and Aston Villa.
Unai Emery and Aston Villa is like, if I'm to compare it, it's like I don't know. It's like comparing it to, because they're not title contenders, right? They're not someone that you say, oh, they're going to win the league. They're just I see it as them just having fun. When a team is just having fun, that they don't have expectations, that they're just letting it fly by. That is Aston Villa. And it's down to Unai Emery because he's the kind of guy to always prove people and clubs wrong. Like, for example, when he went to Arsenal, he didn't get things. He wasn't given the chance to really demonstrate how he wanted to run the team, have his own plays. But when he went to Aston Villa, I think the first few months that he was in Aston Villa, they were actually in the relegation zone, in the bottom half of the table. And so credit to Aston Villa for giving him time to get his plays together, to get the players to gel together and play. And then now into this new season, I believe they're on a 10-game winning run. They've won 10 games in a row, which is fantastic. In fact, one of those games, they even beat Arsenal. They beat the likes of Manchester United, even Chelsea, this weekend or the weekend before, they beat them. So it's fantastic. And people are now saying, oh, they might even try and win the Premier League and try and stop Arsenal winning the Premier League. I was like, well, that's them. But credit to Unai Emery, for proving people wrong. And he's won trophies, so he knows what he's doing. So credit to him, and I applaud him for his work, and long may he continue.
That he knows what he's doing. And before I ask Jeremiah, I don't see Enzo Maresca as the long-term solution for Chelsea. Am I wrong, Sam?
I wouldn't say you're wrong. Yeah, I wouldn't say you're wrong, because Chelsea, the way they operate is like, it's more what they want to do as a club. But then Maresca, he may be suited, maybe he's suited to another team other than Chelsea, because the way they are playing, like they're playing good football. Don't get me wrong. The kind of players that Chelsea have is a lot of young players, and they don't have a lot of experienced heads. And I think Maresca said he would like to get some players with experience instead of just buying young players that you can just sell on for value, in the long term. So I don't think this is Maresca's long-term plan to stay at Chelsea. There's even talk of him maybe being in the hat to replace Pep Guardiola when he finishes his time at Manchester City. So it'll be interesting to see where Maresca goes.
Pep Guardiola is going to extend his deal at Manchester City beyond the current contract that he has. So it's more or less like Guardiola seeing Maresca as a very, very viable replacement when he leaves, because, of course, Enzo worked with Maresca the same way Arteta worked with Pep Guardiola, and Pep now is still at Manchester City, very, very highly revered, and Mikel Arteta at Chelsea, at Arsenal, 5 years going with
maybe you're speaking prophetically.
5 years going with no trophy. But then let's quickly go to the results of the game going on today. Africa Cup of Nations, Angola, Egypt still remain goalless, and we are in the dying minutes. 94th minutes, 90 minutes played in regular time, 4 minutes additional time still being played, and Zimbabwe they lost concentration, and South Africa have taken the lead.
Oh wow! Finally,
yeah.
South Africa,
so,
they moved to the next
yes,
round.
if they are able to hold on to this,
they will hold on to it. Don't worry.
94th
Angola and Egypt are playing. What's the scoreline?
Angola and Egypt still goalless. Egypt are already into the last 16, so this result means little or nothing to them. But then South Africa have booked their place in the last 16. Still to come, Comoros, Mali today, and Zambia, Morocco. And then the next game for tomorrow that is scheduled will be for Tanzania, Tunisia. Do not forget, both Tanzania and Tunisia are in Group A. Uganda, Nigeria, Group C, Benin and Senegal.
No, Tanzania and Tunisia, they are in the same group with Nigeria. Group C.
Tanzania, yes.
Group C.
Yes, thank you. Tanzania, Tunisia in Group C, Uganda, Nigeria, Group C. So we have the final games of Group C that's going to take place. Then we have Benin and Senegal, then Botswana and Congo. Then we have Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea have not really been themselves, because
Botswana
we saw their surprises in the last game. How they were able to,
Yeah, they were in Nigerian's group now, where they had that guy that scored the highest goal.
That bad-headed guy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. You like him?
I don't know. Sudan, I don't know him, so why should I like him? That's a very strange and weird question to ask Jeremiah. But then Sudan, Burkina Faso, and then Gabon and Ivory Coast. Gabon, I don't know. They have one of the
sharpest about that group. I'm sorry.
Attacking.
I think let's start with that, because this country defeated Gabon and they recorded their first win in the competition. I want to get their name now. The name is they are very unpopular.
Then Mozambique against.
Yeah, it was Mozambique. Mozambique recorded their first win. They have fun. Like the first after how many years? After 16 games.
Yes.
And they were all crying.
No. Even if they exit the tournament at this stage,
they've done well.
It's just like saying Cape Verde made it to the World Cup.
But wait. Were you guys expecting anything more from Gabon?
So even if Cape Verde did not make it out from the group stages of the FIFA World Cup,
I'm rooting for Cape Verde. I'm rooting for Cape Verde because of Nani.
I think that country is one of the countries that I don't know.
I need a vacation to that place.
Yeah, no, it's not just about vacation.
Just
I think I need to do more research about their education and economy. I think it's one of the countries to actually look out for. And also Mozambique.
You can sponsor me. I have my passport already.
Good for you, bro. Good for you. And then we have the final game of the group Mozambique against Onanaless Cameroon.
What do you mean by Onanaless?
Onana did not go to the AFCON, so
Onanaless. But they have Mbomo.
Okay, Mbomofu.
Mbomofu Cameroon.
Alright, so let's go to La Liga, where Barcelona still keep firm lead on top of the log and Real Madrid are playing the cat chase after they have led the log of the table at some point. For me, I don't see a long-time future for Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid. The toggle of egos has really been a thing. Sam, Xabi Alonso and Real Madrid, Florentino Perez, the saga with Vinicius. What is your take on it?
Vinicius. First of all, Vinicius Junior. I'm going to say with my chest, I will be very surprised if Vinicius Junior is at Real Madrid beyond the end of this season. Very surprised. I expect him to leave in the summer. I think that will be a huge story if he leaves this summer. Because and I think Xabi Alonso does not have time. He hasn't been given time to really keep hold of his job. Like it's being treated very unfairly. He hasn't been able to get his tactics done. So yeah, that's my view on it.
I think Vinicius, Xabi Alonso, Florentino Perez, and also Vinicius Junior, who seems to be the talk of the town presently.
It's two things. Number one is either Vinicius chase Xabi Alonso out of that club, or because the way they are now is either the housefly eats the disturbs the injured man, or the injured man kill the housefly. Because right now it shows that their relationship cannot be compatible. It's not going to go easy peasy anymore. You understand? And we've seen situations whereby a player could actually determine
the future of a manager. Right.
But that player must be a player that is bringing in a very good turnover. What is Vinicius Junior right now return on investment?
And since the Ballon d'Or snub for Vinicius Junior, he has been a caricature of himself.
That's why, for me, and that's why it's good as human beings, we should always watch our heart. Regardless of anything we do, we should make sure we guard our heart jealously. That even what people do on the outside does not affect us. That thing really affected Vinicius Junior. Everything he began to do, he wanted to do it to show that he's good. You're good already. Why are you showing it? It's just like to prove it. Yes, it's just like a mirror showing that, I can show your face. You don't need to. I'm just there. A mirror does not need to shout. The moment you approach the mirror, it's telling you that you are black. You are black. It does not. It doesn't need to. You understand? So I think that's just the thing about Vinicius Junior. Just keep playing your game.
Just keep playing.
Enjoy your game. You're good. You're good. Nobody is disturbing that. That is their loss. It's just like a man that woo a lady, and the lady was like, "Oh, yeah, you are not good enough for me," and you now want to go extra mile to prove, to the detriment of your own life.
The moment she says no is no. You don't need to prove anything.
Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Keep doing good the way you are. But I think that's one issue. And because of that, he felt he could make authority. I don't think Vinicius Junior had gotten to that position. Maybe because he thought that Mbappe was really making that impact at PSG. Even Mbappe that was making that kind of thing at PSG, when he got to Real Madrid, you saw that he calmed down. Because you should be able to understand your environment and terrain. This is Real Madrid, for Christ's sake. People like Luka Modric said were not raising their voices. People like Valverde, they were not raising their voices. So who are you to be raising your voice? Who are you? What have you won? What have you achieved? You've not even, has he won the World Cup before? No. So what's the big issue?
All right, enjoy your game, play your game, be free. That is where that's how you can be the best. And that's where we draw the curtain on today's sports show here on WFM 91.7. Don't forget, the after continues to deliver drama, passion, and unforgettable moments as the group stages wind down. We can't wait to see which nations rise to the occasion and join the contenders in the next round. Maybe Nigeria, though.
Are you
Nigeria.
Sure? But you are sure Nigeria
will win. It's been a pleasure bringing you.
You are sure Nigeria will win the AFCON under Ericsson.
Jeremiah, it's been a pleasure bringing you this final sports show of the year. On behalf of Oluwaferomi Jeremiah, Sam, and the entire team, I am Oluwadamilolale. I'm saying thank you for listening, for supporting us throughout the year. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. And remain my chicken for January.
Please, it's important. Catch you next time. Send it.
On WFM 91.7. And to our producer, thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.